My dad lived in the Philippines for 3 years straight, and it ended with him in a detention facility. I don't talk to my dad anymore, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about his story because it's pretty wild. He originally went to the Philippines looking for a young Filipino wife, and he got one. But he also got into digging these massive holes in the ground looking for buried gold bars that supposedly had been left by the Japanese during World War II. He would have somebody survey the land and tell him exactly where the gold is. Then he would finance and get investors to finance these massive dig projects, excavators, heavy machinery, water pumps, all of it. Anytime he would inevitably hit water and the entire hole would flood, in his mind, it was never because he's digging massive holes on a tropical island and always some kind of a Japanese booby trap. He never actually found any gold, but he was always somehow 10 feet away. After 3 years of living in the Philippines with his new wife and digging these holes, treasure hunting, he was drunk driving one night and got into an altercation, a road rage incident with a Filipina lady. With him thinking he's Mr. Big Shot, he proceeded to cuss her out and was sure to let her know that she had no idea who she was messing with. Funny enough, he, in fact, had no idea who he was messing with. The lady turned out to be some kind of a government official, and that landed him in a detention facility with a very hefty fine. He spent several months in detention until he was finally able to pay off the fine and return to the US. He was also blacklisted from ever returning to the Philippines. He moved to Texas, and that's actually how I was able to meet my wife, through my stepmom. She'd already been living in the US for 5 years. She was brought over by her biological mom, but that's a story for another day. Years later, he was somehow able to get his blacklist lifted, and he's been living in the Philippines ever since. Even after his Filipino wife, who's a US citizen now, has fled him and returned to America without him. Just knowing the guy, I'm sure he's going to end up with another blacklist or worse this time. But with his story as a cautionary tale, I'm moving to the Philippines with my family in less than 2 weeks under completely different circumstances. We're going over to build a life and become part of a family that's already welcomed me in. If you'd like to follow along with the journey through the ups and downs, click subscribe. We're happy to have you. We'll see you in the Philippines.